If you're taking the AP exam, you want to just make sure you're practicing with your graphing calculator for these ones. But for homework's sake, you can just graph these in Desmos.com because that's what they ask us to use the area to evaluate, use the graph of the integrand to find the areas. So a review of the notation here. This is an integral, and it's asking you what's the area between this graph, y equals negative 2x plus 4, and the x-axis, specifically between x equals 1/2 and x equals 3/2. So here on my chart, or my graph, I have x equals 1 here. So the points I'm looking to check between are x equals 1/2 and x equals 3/2. So this block of area is what the integral is asking me to calculate. Okay, so that's visually all an integral is find the area under the curve, between the curve and the x-axis specifically. So that's a trapezoid. You could break it up as a what do you call that shape? A rectangle or in a triangle. Okay, so this is one across. It's one high, and it is one across because between 1/2 and 3/2 you've got a distance of 1. So 1 times 1 makes 1. And then for the area of the triangle, how high does this go? This goes up to y equals 3. So this part of the triangle has a distance of 2 units. And then this part of the triangle has a distance of 1 unit. So triangle is 1/2 times base times height. So this is also 1. So the 1 plus 1 makes 2. That's it. That's the area. That's the integrand. That's the integral fully evaluated. Okay, the area under the curve. So this next one, here's our function. It's a square root of 16 minus x squared, which makes a semicircle. And they want us to find the area between x equals negative 4 and x equals 0. So x equals negative 4 right here on the x-axis, and x equals 0. So that means we don't want the area of a semicircle. We want an area of a quarter of the semicircle. So here, let's start with this. This would make a full circle, right? The area of a circle is pi r squared. In this case, our radius is 4. So it's 16 pi for the whole circle. We don't want a circle. We don't want half a circle. They said between negative 4 and 0, so I want a fourth of a circle. So if I divide that by 4, that gives me 4 pi. That's the area of this graph. And so that is the result of this integral. Okay. So last one, here's our function. And if you type this in Desmos.com, remember you don't have to type this part in. This is what it's telling you to do. This says find the area between negative 1 and positive 1 on the x-axis. So type this part in Desmos. You will get this graph. And it's asking you for the area between this green line and the x-axis. So between negative 1 and positive 1. And it's asking for an area of a triangle. This triangle has 2 for a base. It's 1 unit for its height. So 1/2 times base times height, that's 1. So the area for the result of this integral should be just 1.